Thank you for joining us, everyone. Today, we are talking with Aryanna Harris from the Blackburn College women's basketball team. How are you doing today, Ariana?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, tell us a little bit. We're getting into the swing of things here in basketball season. What's it like? Unlike soccer or cross country, volleyball, where they kind of get to play games right away. You've got about a month period where you start school before you actually start games. What's that kind of build up, that anticipation to starting a new season? What's that like?
Honestly, I don't like it. I want to get started right away, and I think a lot of athletes do. But honestly, it gives you time to prepare and work on what you need to work on before starting the season. So you get school all out of the way, make sure that your time management is good before going into season. But then it also gets you time to get in the gym and build your own self up before starting. So it got a lot of good things to it, but I do wish we could start right away.
Speaking of, working on your game, this is your third season at Blackburn, but you started out at McMurray College before they closed down. First of all, let's keep it on the basketball court. But your first 2 years at Blackburn, averaging double figures and scoring. What is it about your game? Do you feel makes you successful on the court?
I don't feel as if I'm selfish. I try to have confidence as much as I can. I do struggle with getting in my own head, but then just thinking about how far I come and how bad I want it, it actually keeps me going. So, and then my teammates support, that actually is a big plus to it as well.
And then now let's go back to McMurray for a little bit. What was that like being at a school that, closed down kind of unexpectedly there, right at spring break? And then that whole period of trying to find a new school, a new basketball program. Can you just take everybody through that a little bit?
Yeah, actually, it was very devastating when we got the news about the close because Mac was a great place. I actually loved it, not just the sport side of things, but like with the teachers, and it was a nice place. But I actually didn't struggle finding another place because the coach here, he's not here anymore, but Morgan,
Hmm.
he actually to play for him before I signed with Mac Murray. So it was kind of a quick jump, and I'm
Sure.
actually for it.
Yeah. So now you're at Blackburn, and for those who may not know, Blackburn's a student worker college. So
Yeah.
what's your job? What job responsibility did you get to sign?
Okay, so I work in the accounting department, so accounts payable.
Okay.
I actually like it's really good for your resume, and then I
Hmm.
had to work with amazing supervisors, so I actually really like it.
Well, that's good. What is your major, by the way?
Sport management.
Okay, great, great. So now back to the basketball court. So how do you spend your time in the summer? Do you kind of decompress, or do you still get out to the courts and shoot the ball around? How do you spend your summers?
Okay, so my summer is actually very busy. I have an older mother who's actually very sick. So a lot of my time I spend working and then coming to make sure that she's okay to take care of her. But I also do go outside of Lanphier courts. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Lanphier High School or not, but I go out there and put up some hoops. Even if it's dark, they got the lights on. So I still try to make time to make sure that I'm there for my family, but then also working on my game because I know what I want to do.
Uh, you have a couple big games this weekend, William Jewell and then Kansas Christian College. Your first road trips of the season, so that'll be exciting. For those fans, watching Blackburn hoops this fall and this winter and spring, tell us what can we expect from the Beaver basketball program this year?
Wow. So you're going to see a lot of new faces. We're a pretty young team. We do have a few transfers, but most of us are freshmen. I believe we have 7 freshmen, two seniors, and maybe 3 juniors. But you will see a lot of fresh faces. We do have a little bit more height this year. And honestly, I could say that the chemistry might be a lot better this year than it was last year, although we do miss our former players. But I think you could see a lot of great things coming from us as we build and get to know each other and how we play. We're going to have a lot of success this year.
That's great. We look forward to following you along there. A couple more questions before we wrap it up. Do you have a memory that kind of sticks out in your mind as far as a basketball court, whether it's back in high school or any kind of AAU club or at Blackburn? What's your favorite memory on the basketball court?
My favorite memory was my senior year. I was not sure that I was almost coming up on 1,000 points. I didn't think we would make it since we only had 12 games
Mhm.
here. But I remember shooting the three and I turned around and I see my mom with the biggest smile on her face. And then my classmates just started yelling and throwing up signs, holding it congratulations. And I almost cried because the support, and I just had no clue that I was that close to 1,000 points. So that's probably the best moment.
That sounds cool. And then the final question is sport management major, you said. Is there anything in particular you have in mind upon graduation on what you would like to do?
Yeah. So first, I want to start into the coaching side. I want to coach. It don't matter men's or women's, but as soon as I get out, I want to start looking to opening my own facility. So I want to have a. It's going to be like a rehab facility, but then it's also going to be like a multi-sport complex. So that's kind of my dream.
Nice. Nice. Well, I want to thank you again for joining us today. Best wishes to your mom, and we look forward to watching you play this season.
Thank you, and I appreciate you having me.
All right, no problem.